10 traits of a superior man. In a superior man, what is inside is sought. In the weak man, what is in others. The superior man seeks to improve for the sake of impact. The superior man puts virtue before comfort. Virtue means that you're playing long-term games at the expense of short-term ones. Dissatisfied with oneself and with one's life, everyone can choose to do something about it. In order to elevate oneself, one should pursue these 10 characteristics of a superior man. Number 1. Beyond successful and respected, but humble and relatable. In the Goldilocks zone of individual achievement, there is a balance between social success and being grounded and approachable. Confucius said it best when he said, "The superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions." Others look up to him for guidance and advice. They set trends, they proved their worth and judgment, and now they are the leaders in the community. They are trailblazers, the ones who lead by example. As children grow up, they want to be like this person. Achieve success, earn praise, but never forget that at one point you were starting out at the bottom too. Number 2. Happy. Success has been attributed to unhappiness for some strange reason. The smarter you are, the less happy you are expected to be. But here's the question. Why are you not happy if you're so smart? You don't want to give the impression of happiness. You want to be happy. The superior man pursues a happy lifestyle, not a fleeting moment of pleasure that can be constructed as happiness. To get there, one must first know himself, and to know himself, one must explore. And that's how the superior man got to where he is today, by exploring the world and reaping the rewards. Number 3. Understands his limitations and understand that some of them are self-imposed. One of the signs of competence is knowing one's limitations. As individuals, we aren't supposed to be the universal solution that serves everyone and everyone likes. Instead, the superior man will understand what their strengths are and will rely heavily on them. Bet on your strengths rather than your weaknesses in life. The superior man knows not to make his own limitations the limitations of others. Even if what awaits you isn't pleasant, you will still grow from the experience. You should never be scared to research your limits. If you can't face your fears, they will limit you. Number 4. Highly educated. A great quote stuck with us once. Beware of the man who knows only one book. You can interpret it in whatever way you want. When we talk about education, we're not talking about degrees, but about wisdom. The sum of all our experiences is education. After you're done with school, it's usually what you use to live your life. In this context, being highly educated translates to an understanding of things beyond oneself, such as different cultures and customs. Highly educated people can easily carry on conversation with anyone on a variety of topics. It doesn't mean you're walking encyclopedia. Far from that, but at its core, the superior man or woman has a curiosity for understanding the world. An educated mind always has more questions than answers. It is a sign of your education to be real, humble, and kind. Number 5. Hard skills and soft skills. If you qualified for a job, hard skills are what make you a good candidate. Soft skills are what help you nail the interview. Hard skills are what you are able to build. Soft skills are how you to get other people to build with you. If you only have hard skills, someone will hire you to build out their dream. The superior man has both, as both are incredibly valuable when combined. If you only have soft skills, you will need to figure out how to convince builders to help you build your own. Through the education mentioned earlier, we can develop soft skills that define who we are and what we stand for, which are more about who we are than what we know. Don't be the person who loses politeness when they get a little bit of power. Society is changing. Despite the fact that more and more hard skills are being automated, it's only now that we are beginning to value soft skills. Number 6. Can cook and is a great host. Most people realize that cooking is not just about food, but about people as well. Food is the only thing in the world that can bring everyone together. We put cooking together with being great host because they both serve the same purpose, to bring people together. Understanding food is to understand health. and to some extent to understand that you are feeding not yourself but the body that encloses you. A person who understands food is a person versed in the fabric of society, since society revolves around food. It's a fact that no one is born a great cook. Getting great at hosting requires practice, study, and creativity. Just as with anything valuable in life, a guest never forgets a host who makes him feel welcome. Superior men develop their skills over time by making people feel great. Number 7. Can speak art. It is easy to understand great art because it speaks to everyone, even if you do not know anyone. When people speak of art, most people think of pretty paintings on the walls of some museum. But art is everything that makes you feel something. Art is culture encapsulated in different moments in time. When the superior man is surrounded by art, he thrives. It's amazing to live in a beautiful city, be close to mountains or the beach, listen to music that moves your soul, and look into someone's eyes and feel your heart start to beat faster. This is art. Once you understand this, your perception of art changes. A photograph or painting on the wall becomes more than just a pretty canvas, but a story from the past, a feeling that has endured. Number 8. Well-traveled and wise. People can confuse tourism with travel. You don't go to a destination, you go to learn to see the world differently. When we travel successfully, we see the world differently because it isn't the lands in a journey that are foreign to us. It is the traveler who is foreign to them. The superior man views travel as education. The superior man already travels through time and space every day. You can memorize geography or you can discover it in a person. See what it's really like. Smell it and taste it. The superior man doesn't travel to get a specific point. They travel to discover more of who they are. Make time to travel before it's too late. Number 9. Speaks more than one language. We have always found out it fascinating how switching between languages alters the way we think. Most people don't know. You can't understand one language until you understand at least two. Culture is defined by language and different cultures live differently. Language is a map of a culture. You learn where people come from and where they're going when you learn a new language. It's amazing how much more complex you become once you know your language. You begin to understand the context and make connections you would otherwise miss. But that's not all. It allows you to have a different kind of connection with others. In other words, it's selfless. You don't want them to accustom you. Rather, you're reaching out to them in their language. And lastly, number 10, takes care of his family. Our purpose in making this video is to explore what makes a superior man, his characteristics, the way he interacts with the environment, etc. The deeper we dig, the more we realize that a superior man plays a parental role in society. In our culture, superior men are the fathers we don't have but feel like we need. We put individuals on pedestals and learn from them. A man like these is one who strives to be in some portion like the Oprahs, the Alons, the spiritual guides, the authors, the Jordan Petersons, the Naval, the Thiels, the Goggins, or the one you know best. They are superior men because they inspire us. A man who does not take care of his family can never actually be wealthy. A man who does not spend time with his family can never be a true man.